Now, I'm sure you're thinking that I'm going to be providing you with your first tool for regulating your nervous system. Not the case. First, we have to talk about what is driving nervous system dysregulation. All the tools in the world, your meditation, your breathing, your EFT tapping, they are only so effective unless we can figure out what is driving the nervous system dysregulation. I like to think of it like, say you have an oil leak in your car and it's a really small leak and you try to fill the engine, you try to fill it with oil, but it keeps leaking. And then if you have a really big leak in your oil tank and you try to fill it, it's leaking all over and you just keep having to fill it. Same thing. Doing those tools are like filling your oil tank, but we need there not to be holes in the oil tank. Okay, so the idea is, how can you create a life where you have a sense of safety, where you have meaningful connections that are supportive with others? And how can you create a life that is aligned with your goals, values, and beliefs? So when you figure out what's dysregulating your nervous system, which we're going to talk a little bit about in a bit, the next thing is you're likely going to have to make some hard decisions or significant shifts so that you can get to the place where you are moving past that thing that is driving nervous system dysregulation. So making significant shifts in your life, as challenging as they may be, is likely an important thing. And the tools can be there as supportive measures, but they are not the foundation. Okay, so what are the different things that drive nervous system dysregulation? I've got several categories of them. So there's lifestyle, there's environmental, there is physiological, and there is psychological, emotional, and spiritual. There is relational, and there is societal. Okay, so first, lifestyle. There's a whole list of things. I'm just going to touch on a few. So lifestyle could be things like hectic lifestyle, busy, crazy, not taking time to rest, over-exercising or under-exercising, not implementing health important things like getting good sleep and having good nutrition and having good hydration. Another thing could be working long hours or working in a job that you don't enjoy. Could be pushing beyond your capacity. So you're just driving yourself all day long and not taking time to rest. So those are just a few things that would be lifestyle drivers of nervous system dysregulation. Okay, what about environmental? Do you live in a really noisy place? Do you live in a very polluted place? Or do you live in a place that's unsafe? Is your neighborhood dangerous and unsafe? Do you have a lack of access to nature and green spaces? Do you have, here's a big one, constant notifications or alerts coming through on your phone that's in your environment that is dysregulating to your nervous system? Such a common thing today. So those are just a few environmental. Again, there's a lot more, and they may be different for you. The next one is psychological, emotional, or spiritual. A lot here too. There can be lack of self-worth, perfectionist qualities. I know I've been there before. Having self-doubt, not trusting yourself, having a lot of guilt or shame about something in your past, having a lot of anger, irritability, having sadness, a lot of sadness or anxiety, just fears and worries, being isolated, not having those connections, and also just feeling disconnected from your life and what it is that brings you joy and passion. So that's a big one, and a lot of times ones that people don't really want to think about or address. The next one is physiological or So it's having to do with the body. Again, are we getting the nutrition that we need? Are we getting the hydration that we need? Do you have poor posture? Are you breathing improperly? Are your mitochondria having a problem? So that's kind of a scientific thing. But the mitochondria are these organs in your cells, and they can be damaged by different things. And again, you'd need a doctor likely to help you figure that out. Do you have a lot of toxins? Are you living in a moldy place? Do you have a lot of like heavy metal toxins in your body? And so those are some big ones. And then just a lot of inflammation in your body as well. That's something with your body that can dysregulate your nervous system. Okay, two more. Relational. So your relationships. Do you have betrayal or lack of trust in your relationship? Are you exposed to excessive criticisms or a negative environment? Do you have a conflict with your in-laws or other family members? Do you feel unsupported? Do you feel unloved or invalidated? These are all things, relationships, that can cause nervous system dysregulation. And then the last one is societal, and that is, is there a heated, political environment, which kind of is right now, I feel like. Are there a lot of injustices, or is there discrimination, or are you part of an ostracized group of people? So those are some big ones that are often hard to address, the societal ones. But here's the thing. We all have stressors. The big thing is how we react to them. I know that's easy to say, but it's the truth. It's how we react to the stressors in our life that predicts how they're going to affect us. Okay, so I have a couple questionnaires that I use for my patients that I give them that helps them uncover what is driving nervous system dysregulation in me. And then from there are two different shifts that can be made. It can be shifts in your daily habits in life, or they can be bigger, life-changing shifts. So maybe the daily shifts would be, you need to move your body more. You need to get outside and just be in nature. You need to drink more water, or you need to eat a healthier diet, or you need to rest. Huge. So many people don't rest. And rest is like a state of body and mind where we are slowing down intentionally. Maybe you need to journal with gratitude so that you can shift your perspective. So those are small daily things that we can do to help lessen the nervous system dysregulation. The other one is big life changes. These are the ones that are harder. They take courage and strength, and they can feel scary and be big shifts for us. But maybe we need to quit a job we know that's not fulfilling our soul and pursue something that is going to be more fulfilling to us. Maybe we need to set boundaries in a relationship that we're not feeling loved or supported in. Or maybe we need to walk away from that relationship. Or maybe we need to move our environment, from where we live to a different environment, because that environment is not creating safety in us, and it's driving nervous system dysregulation. Again, those are big things that require courage. But if that thing is still there day after day, it's going to be really hard to regulate our nervous system. So start with the small things, ponder the big things, and just really know that the tools that we're going to be talking about over the next few days are great supportive measures, but they are not the foundation. The foundation is figuring out what's driving nervous system dysregulation and addressing that and changing it and shifting it so that you can feel safe. Okay, take care.